welcome to a new, well, not Let's Play, but another Let's Look At. This time it's a game that was actually released in English, actually, an Ape Escape game. This time, this is Ape Escape Pumped and Primed, and it seems to be a battle game, but with a story. So it's making it a bit like thing, but yeah, why this game wasn't released in the UK, I do not know. Especially with its rather charming looking cell shading. Again, I don't hate cell shading. But yeah, this is apparently a party game with a rather dark story because we have a new character. Seemingly, Spike and Natalie are playable in this game as is Spectre for some reason. But yeah, and even Monkey's being shot out of a barrel and riding a banana for some reason. Again, classic Ape Escape. Another thing I've noticed is the voice acting. Instead of going for, they went with a different studio this time, namely Bang Zoom, probably best known for doing the likes of Haruhi Suzumiya, for example. And more recently, I guess, the Fate series, but, and in terms of video games, Sly 4, yes, they did delve into the thing, but that does mean that seemingly we get Barbara Goodson voicing Spike, so Rita Repulsa is voicing Spike, Wendy Lee is voicing Natalie, so Haruhi is now the voice of Natalie instead of Misty, and I don't know who voices the professor here, but yeah, apparently Spectre has opened this giant amusement park. Or someone has, and yeah, keep in mind that this is the only time we'll actually hear a rather boyish voice for Spike, given that he's been voiced by everyone from Dan Green. Seriously, look that up. It's true. Dan Green has actually voiced Spike to Richard Horvitz. Seriously. I don't know if you did see in the. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't. I actually played the European version of things, so no, you probably would have heard Mark Silk voicing Spike. Weirdly enough, so he's pulling triple thing on the thing, as well as being the voice of Spectre. So yeah, but yeah, seriously, Invader Zim is actually thing, and apparently there are these evil-looking monkeys or something. Seriously. And we just get our regular helmet monkeys as well. Seriously. And they're just clowning about as well. One of them attacks Spike and probably gives him a headache or something. And the monkeys just, in true Ape Escape fashion, they just start fighting amongst themselves. A bunch of different modes in this game. A story mode, I can speak now, Versus mode, which I guess is your usual mini games and everything else. And character edit, yes. Each character does have their own thing, including Spike, Natalie, and I don't know if the Professor does, but yeah. Spike, the Professor is here, as is Casey, the robotic thing, and Helga. She is a character that was brought into this game, probably known as Haruka in Japanese. Seriously, and apparently you can play as Casey here as well. Yeah, seriously. But, and you can give them different equipment, even different clothing, seriously. And you can actually view their abilities as well in the options menu, which is rather cool actually, seriously. I don't think you could do that in any other sort of party game. Certainly not in the Mario Party series, but yeah, and this isn't the only Ape Escape party game, by the way. There is also the Ape Escape Academy, which is actually available on the PS Plus, but that'll be it for the options. The gameplay, well, they range between different things. One involves you literally beating up the Professor, for example, and the newcomer Helga, which you did kind of see in the thing. I'm surprised she doesn't sound German and is voiced by Izzy from Digimon, but maybe I'm thinking of the robot from Ratchet and Clank. The Professor has probably one of the silliest gadgets owing to how over the top he is, carrying a giant hammer and everything. As for you can also lay down bananas of all things to triple your thing, basically doing what the monkeys do, basically. And yeah, just Spike swinging his stone club like crazy here is very much a testament to the series. Why this game didn't get released over here in Europe, I will never know. Seriously, the violence is more cartoony than anything else. If anything, I would think this game would get a 12 rating. Maybe that's why? I don't know, but yeah. And even get points for winning, seriously. Let's see what other mini games there are then. One is seemingly using propellers or sky flyers to get through the stage in a similar way to how the buzz attack stages were in Ape Escape 1. Apparently you can also use various different items to get in your way, so this is very, very much in the vein of both Ape Escape 1 and Mario Kart, seriously. I mean, although you don't drop missiles in Mario Kart, I'll say that. But yeah, this does remind me of the buzz attack levels, seriously. Or Jake attack if you want to go by the American name, but yeah. Spike getting knocked back, yeah, is insane. As I say, this is very much Ape Escape coded. The violence is more cartoony than, well, bloody. Well, this is a kid's game, of course it is. So yeah, and there's a bit of platforming in there as well, which honestly is wonderful to see, to be honest. If you do fall off, you just take damage as you do in Ape Escape 2 onwards. You don't lose a life or anything. Well, this is a party game, not a platformer, although there's some platforming elements, as you can see here. But yeah, still very, very much Ape Escape coded. As I say, I only knew this game through a friend, really, believe it or not, who somehow had this game on his PS2. And I'm not going to say any more than that, seriously. Because, I mean, the only other games on the PS2, other than the 3 numbered main games on on any main PlayStation service, other than these were the Ape Escape Academy games, and I guess on the loose, it's called Ape Escape P over here. But yeah, seemingly Spike has opted to take the lower route. He's more straight and narrow rather than doing some complicated platforming. Well, having said that, the monkeys can easily jump over there as well. Seemingly, and Helga's there as well. I swear, I cannot think of Helga without thinking of either the Hey Arnold character, Love with Arnold, or, of course, the aforementioned Valkyrie robot from, what was it now? Ratchet and Clank, of course. But, yeah. Eventually, you'll get to the end, and, seemingly finish the game. And yeah, I wonder if there's any other gameplay other than that of Spike then, because we only get these 4 at the moment. Yes, we do! We actually get boss battles as well! Seriously, in this case against, well, Buzz, but it was called Jake in the American version of Ape Escape 1, and so he is here, because this game was only released in America. Seemingly Spike has to pilot, well no, he has to run around while avoiding Buzz's attacks, namely leaving pools of poison, seriously, while Spike uses his slingshot to try and hit, which is probably the worst gadget to use, to be honest, in this thing, seriously. And yeah, instead of Buzz just trying to ram himself into the wall and crashing terribly, yeah, though Spike apparently is also equipped with the stone club as well as the slingshot. Beware of the shockwaves, of course. I think the only thing that's really missing here, and oh boy, okay, that's a new move from Buzz there, seriously! He's just spinning on the thing, he's really showing off there. Again, we will actually get some monkeys that are bikers themselves. So yeah, so he's opted for a motorbike over, well, what I can only describe as a racing car, because that was what was using Spectre Land in Ape Escape 1. And apparently he created so much friction that it burns him out, literally. Seriously. Where the poison comes from, God only knows, seriously. But, yeah. Honestly, fighting Buzz is fun. And it's nice to see him again. And seemingly Spectre has actually brainwashed him yet again, it seems. Or maybe not, because there's another villain in here that's actually much more evil than Spectre. Seriously. But, yeah. Other than that, not much else I can say, really. Seriously. Fun-looking boss fight, though. Especially with the addition of the super attacks and everything. And how the animation looks, seriously. I do, as I say, I do like the cell shading here. The big bad, well, believe it or not, is an AI program by the name of Gridcore. Seriously. Spoilers for anyone who has not played this game. Then again, I don't think this is on the PlayStation Network in America either, so yeah. And the fight pretty much goes up like, well, what I can only describe as a cross between Andros from Star Fox and the final boss fight in Sonic 3D Blast. You're fighting on a checkered thing. The only difference is, unlike with the final boss in Sonic 3D Blast, you don't switch places and you're not having to worry, well, I guess you're having to worry more about health, because even though with the finite number of rings you had in 3D Blast, yeah, it's still not bad, at least you can jump over the thing, and, okay, spiking his arse toss will never not be funny to me. I do not know, though, if Barbara Goodson actually went, hiya! In her, well, I'm guessing her, in this case, Lahal voice or something. Although having said that, I don't think even Spike is a demon overlord, so yeah. But that being said, yeah, definitely reminds me of 3D Blast. Various different attacks, light beams, etc. And the fact that it's fought in the same way as many of the other games is actually quite fun, really. Like this game, as I said, I've said that now. Just beware of the burning things. I don't know if you can get health back, like, in this game, but it'd be interesting to see if ever this game did get a re-release on the PlayStation Network. I'm not gonna say it will, because Ape Escape 3 isn't even on the UK PlayStation Network, seriously. Yeah, Sony were planning on doing it, but apparently, no. Thankfully I did manage to record all of the PS2 versions, so that isn't so bad, but yeah. And apparently we have a monkey wizard. Seriously, we have a monkey wizard, and he can change forms. Just give me bad memories of Ape Escape 2, I don't, yeah, seriously, the whole Simian Citadel level. Anyway, that's basically Ape Escape Crumpton Prime for the things. I only did a small selection, there are huge different numbers. I may well cover another boss fight, but I just wanted to show the big bad here, who wasn't Spectre. Spectre does actually appear in the game, but I think I will actually cover Spectre, so this will be 2 parts, I think, will this thing, so. But that's basically the most of Pumped Prime, so I'll have a look at some of the other games, because I kind of want to, actually, if you know what I mean, so I'll do that. So I'll see you on the next one when we have a look at the Spectre boss fight and how completely different it looks to normal. Seriously, no. As I say, I'm kind of missing Spectre himself, aren't I? Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!